faces have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. And he's... the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the fourth down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. So Navy's offense will go to work for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. Two guys we know are going to play at the next level, but I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. He'll pitch it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Navy will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much more.
Scores on the sneak. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, and love to get a drive going. Calls his own number. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense? Balance, because they are a good one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Navy will have to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here come the Irish back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Irish! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by a field goal over Florida State. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Sticks it in his belly. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll go to the toss. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the returner will be dragged down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Trying play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. The give from the gun. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1.
Now, 4th down.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Has to get there to move the sticks. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get them.
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Release to the back. Found the spot in the defense. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Great job by the back on the option. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. The sure hands, it's Lawrence. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. The option look. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Navy will have to punt it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Got him downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Going to swing it on second down. The short hands, it's Gilbert. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a second down play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Gilbert. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Quarterback may change this route. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. On the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Navy quick to the line. work in the air on second down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it on the left. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the try is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. Lead is huge. Just over 20 seconds to play here in the half. How aggressive can they afford to be here? Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down and run. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. 1 snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field of play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And here comes the Navy offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with 1 play, though. You just need 1 thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes 1 play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You're expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here come the Irish back on offense. And the ball is free on the pitch. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that 1st with his legs, but he's not able to do it because the speed on defense.
Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Rushes on him. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. Down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback keeper. Short gain on the play before he slides. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Under fire. Escapes trouble. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Navy will have to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incompletion.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Iron!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Louisville is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 17 over Florida State. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the option. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Navy will have to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be... the 49-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll go to the ground. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Push down for the tackle. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Walker to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the draw. Breaks the tackle. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late.
There he goes.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout in this offense, just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Gets it out fast. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Here comes the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Well, this defense is eyeing the scoreboard. You know they're looking up there. They want to keep this goose egg intact. They've been so good all game long. Still playing with phenomenal effort here in the 4th quarter, creating that fumble and takeaway.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the back. Walker will fire. He's got him in the flat. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. It's complete. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked